Hong Kong protests getting much louder. Why the worse things get over there, the better off we could be over here. And what's happening on Facebook isn't staying on Facebook. Wait until you hear what the social network is doing with the info it is getting from you. All that and why Emeril Lagasse is telling chefs their goose is cooked. Here, Emeril's warning to businesses across the country. We kick it up a notch, starting right now. Welcome, everybody. I'm Neil Cavuto. First, our top story, better late than never, but it turns out the President of the United States finally does think this country is quite exceptional.
America leads. We are the indispensable nation. We have capacity no one else has. Our military is the best in the history of the world. And when trouble comes up anywhere in the world, they don't call Beijing, they don't call Moscow, they call us. That's the deal.
Oh, yeah, that is the deal. That's the U.S. of A. But it took Vladimir Putin stepping all over Ukraine and China possibly doing the same with all of these Hong Kong protesters to crystallize things for the president. The Swiss America Trading Chairman Craig Smith, who says our dollar might be benefiting from all of this mess, but this better late than never posture out of the president might not be what it's cracked up to be. Craig, what did you think of the president stating what really for many people is the obvious?
It'd been nice to have seen the same speech in front of the UN a few days ago. I mean, you know, all of a sudden we're great and we're indispensable. He's absolutely correct. Why doesn't he act like that, Neil? I mean, it's interesting to me, like you said in your lead-in, it took Vladimir Putin walking across the border into Ukraine, China stomping all over, the people in Hong Kong, people being beheaded in the Middle East, and now all of a sudden, you know, if you look at that whole interview, he said, I'll be relentless in my pursuit against the terrorists, Somalia, Yemen, I'll go after bin Laden. Well, what about ISIS? Now all of a sudden he wants the same people that can't fight ISIS to be the ones that do. He's very contradictory, Neil. And yes, the dollar is benefiting because the world's in turmoil right now, so they're turning to the dollar as a safe haven. But that won't last very long, Neil, if this president continues to blame Clapper for not knowing about it, Maliki for not allowing him to stay. As one ex-Intel person said, Neil, either he's not reading the reports or he's lying, one of the two.
But, you know, you can make the argument that, all right, he is late on acknowledging U.S. exceptionalism or maybe finally voicing it. He is late at responding to ISIS right now, having not too long ago calling them the JV team. But he's now on board, and let's just follow his actions, which seem to be pronounced. He has assembled an impressive Arab coalition so far. So do we let bygones be bygones, or are we still nervous about his overtures?
Neil, I hope he's being honest. I hope he really does take the lead. The world right now needs leadership.
Well, they're following him on this coalition. I kind of agree with you. I wonder, you know, whether his heart's in it. But so far, the world, against a lot of, you know, predictions, is following up. Are they really following, Neil? I mean, go back to the Second World War. Remember when FDR had his meeting with Churchill? He made it clear with Churchill, I'm going to lead here. I mean, Churchill moved into the White House basically the end of December and in January of 41, 42. And Mr. FDR said, I'm making this crystal clear. You're not going to colonize. You're going to do away with that. We are going to lead. You're going to take your directions from us. I don't see that happening with this president, with the coalition. He's saying, well, what do you guys think we should do? Let's get together, have a big meeting, and discuss what's the best strategy. We know what the best strategy is, Neil. Our intel people know what the best strategy is. Our military leaders know what the best strategy is. All we need is a leader to tell the rest of the coalition, here's the plan, here's how we're going to execute it, and here's how we're going to claim a victory. Once you do that, then you have a leader, not an aloof president that nobody can nail down. Well, we just might be getting, he might be hearing you after all these visits, Craig. Thank you very, very much. Always good to see you, my friend. Craig Smith calls him like he sees him. Again, I want you to take a look at some other